Hello everybody and welcome to episode 54 of Weekly Replays with me, Hijack, and today I'm giving you a double replay of me playing the Udes 16. Both matches were really good, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about this tank, even though I no longer have it in my garage. I've since moved on to the tier 10. This replay was from the beginning of January, and the Swedish tier 9 medium, the Udes 16, the tier 8, the tier 8, the tier 9, and the tier 10 medium tanks all have the same suspension properties as the tank destroyers. The only difference is they are automatic on the medium tanks. They do not need to be engaged manually like they do on the tank destroyers. So you can see here, I have gone on Siegfried line up to this little camping bush here to see if I can get some shots on the mediums and lights that go field early on in the game. This tank plays hull down very well, and I already got one shot for damage on the EBR, and there was a second one that sort of wheeled him there, which is one of the frustration parts. And there we go, I got a nice wicked shot there into the side of that EBR. So the gun handling on the Swedish mediums I find is really good. There we go, we take that guy out now, no problems. First kill of the match and 1100 damage, nice. So as I was saying, the gun handling on the Udes line I find is good. The tier 8 is probably my favorite of the medium lines. Oops, spotted there. The tier 9 was decent to play. I enjoyed it, but I do enjoy the tier 10 quite a lot. I have had several really good matches in the tier 10 and also several really disappointing ones. But here we are in the Udes 16, the tier 9. So what can I say about this tank? It's got the upgraded turret, which really adds some nice slope to it, but it does lose, I believe, a little bit of view range. So going hull down on a slope in this tank is pretty much your bread and butter. It's what you want to do if you want to succeed in any of the Udes tanks. The aim time is decent. The accuracy is really good. There you go, nice little shot there into the Ferdinand. And the reload time is decent for a medium tank. You can't argue with this. The tier 9 tank itself is good. It was fun to play. I enjoyed it. But like I said, I enjoy the tier 8 version more, the Udes 14.5, more than the tier 9, which is why I still continue to play it every so often, and it has a permanent spot in my garage. The crew from this tank, though, has moved on to the tier 10, the Udes 15-16, which I think is overall, even though it fights tier 10s, is just a better tank in the end. It has better gun handling, better stats, everything like that. But the tier 9 is definitely a fun tank to play, and you'll see here that there's a 14.5 right there. You can see that I am platooned here with Sputnik RSS, who's in his standard B. He loves that tank as well. But Siegfried line is definitely not one of my most favorite maps, and for the longest time when they allowed us to block maps, it was the first one I blocked. And I kept it blocked for a really long time due to the fact that I never found myself having good matches on it. And then they released Paris and Minsk and Tundra, and I started to find that I needed to put Siegfried line back in, and I blocked Minsk for a long time as well, and I have since blocked Tundra and Minsk when I have premium time, and just Tundra when I don't. So you can see I use the hull slope there to help bounce that what was it, the Comet, and then I'm going right up into the face of this Udes 14, knowing that he can't pen me at all, and the IS-2 takes him out from the back. So a little bit of an aggressive style there for me, which is not common to my playstyle. But we're up to 3,625 points of damage at this point, so I am not complaining. I think the way this match just felt when I was playing it, it just felt like it needed the touch of a little bit more aggression, just with the way the teams deployed and the teams were pushing and everything like that. So you can see I'm going hull down here, and you have to wait for that engage. The suspension to engage. It does only engage when your speed is 10 kilometers or less, and disengages once your speed is above the 10 kilometer mark. So So I'm looking for a nice shot on that 430, but unfortunately the slope here is a little bit too big, and I get in the EBR's way. So sorry for that, EBR. And then I notice the Yag Tagger is coming out to that gap, and I can get to the slope right here. Oh no, I'm going to go after the 430. Auto-aimed and missed, because I didn't fully aim. And I should have paid attention to that Yag Tagger, so that was my mistake there. I should have been focusing on him and not the 430. Bounce one off the Yag Tagger, which was weird because I had a perfectly good lower plate shot. And I take him out to the high plate. He angled just right, and RNG said yes. So there we go. So this match is pretty much done. We dominated 13-7. Just 2 tanks left, the T-25/2 and the Object 430. So Object 430 is dead. So it's just the T-25 American tank destroyer that is remaining. And well, I'm on 4 kills. I just realized that now. 3,800 damage, 4 kills. Do I get in there and get the 5th kill on the T-25? No, I do not. So we'll have to be happy with 4 kills. 3,863 damage. Let's go look at the end plate. So here you can see I managed the Master Badge 2nd class Bruiser and a bunch of other medals, as well as high caliber for that 3,863 damage, which means it was the most of the entire team, so, or most of the entire match, which was an excellent result. All right, let's move on to the second replay. Okay, so this is the second replay of the Udes 16 that I'm showing you today. And we are on the map Ensk, one of my least favorite maps at such high tiers due to the fact that it is so small. Like, look at my view range circles. They are basically at the entire map. So, but it is what it is, and so this map, I have a couple of neat places that I like to go depending on what I feel like doing. So I'm going to sit right here in this little corner, kitty corner here to the gap. And then I'm going to drive forward. So my thought here is to shoot down into that little gap there, because you'll see these heavy tanks, they will come around this corner. If you look at the mini map here, you can see they'll come around this corner and they'll poke on that little edge there, and I should be able to get some nice penetrating shots. And I can cover both of these gaps together, so you can see I got spotted there because I was through the gap. And there's a nice Death Star FV215B183 side on to me. And that was a beautiful shot. 383 damage right off the get-go, taking him down a little bit of health. One of the most dangerous tanks in the match, and he was already a little bit weak due to a bad play of not watching the map. So, if I was spotted, he would have seen me. So you can see I'm watching this gap here, and I get a nice shot on the T-110E4 as he crossed over that little gap in the walls there. So you can see why I would like this shot. There's the Conway. Just getting the reload on him, and I get 392 and move out of the way. You can see that constantly keeping myself moving after shooting prevents myself from getting hit. This is a little fact for some of you guys. Oh, I take a big hit from the STB-1 there, who did manage to penetrate me, but the IS-7 was in the gap there on the other side, and he's pulling back. So there we go, another shot into him. And I'm going to get the reload, and maybe I'll get another shot into him again. They're totally ignoring me on that little thing, and I just need to look at the map. You got the T-95 closing in pretty close. IS-7 pulls back and gets tracked, so I put a nice shot into the side of him there. So there's the T-110E4 again. They're pushing hard. If we look at the mini-map, they're pushing hard on that corner there, so I got to be careful. The team is looking like we're doing okay. We got a T-95 just over to my left, and the IS-32 just up to my right, or to my other left. Not my right, the left just to the gap there. So I'm hoping to sit here and farm a bunch of damage and get a bunch of nice shots in there. Now, I believe I'm going to spoil this for you, but this wasn't a high caliber match as well, but I do not recall what the damage achieved is. But so far, so good. We're up to 2,260. Oh, I spot the T4, but I wasn't aimed properly, so I missed the shot on that. Conway's getting really aggressive. He's going to pay the price for that right there. But that Object 430U who pushed into the Conway got punished. 429 points of damage from my nice, accurate gun. I do love this gun. Now, if we look at the mini-map again, we have a 430 who's pushed down to our base. But luckily, we've got the Foch B 4005 and the E50M, and the Foch B does manage to take out that Nice object 430. 430U is going to back into a building, and I'm going to punish him for that mistake. Because why not? Oh, and the STB-1 gets tracked out in the open. I got a nice lower plate shot. I put it into him for 429. What are these guys doing? Because it's just like they're making so many mistakes, and I am able to punish them left and right. I am using the premium APCR rounds right now in this tank. I did feel that because of all the high tier vehicles going up against me, that would be worthwhile. There's a nice shot into the side of the turret of the STB-1, taking him down to a 1% health, and he's done. We're now up 10-7, so it's not a throw, it's not a perfect win yet, but at this point, it's, what is that 277 doing just sitting there like that? I'm not sure, but anyways, the T-110E4 was pretty much dead, so it was a free shot. Okay, 3,981 damage. We have somebody capping our base. There's 3 tanks left, and all 3 are not spotted except for the Object 212, who is still over in B0 there. So it's either the Wolfentrager or the Skoda T50. I'm guessing it's the Skoda T50. I was wrong. It's the Wolfentrager, and I'm like, oh crap. Big gun into my side. He hits me for 757 damage. That hurts, but I've got him beat on the reload and the turret rotation. So I've got him. He's going to take... He's going to go. He's going to go. He's going to shoot. And he kills me. Oh, man. That hurt. Okay, so I did manage to get another shot on him for 398, leaving him on just a small bit of hit points. And the team is going to quickly finish off the remaining enemies in the map. So that was done. 5,195 points of damage, plus 379 assistance. So as I said, high caliber for the 5,000 damage, and as well as Confederate for hitting so many tanks. 6 tanks to be... Or no, that was... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Confederate, as well as Master Badge, 2nd Class, Tank Sniper, Master Gunner, Fire for Effect, and Bruiser. That was also one of the really nice matches I've had in the Udes 16. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget, I do this each and every Sunday, so if you don't not subscribed, please click the subscribe button down below. Click the bell icon. Get notified when I release videos every Sunday. Don't forget to check out me streaming on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock Mountain Time in the evenings. I hope to see you again next time. Take care.